Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see the elementary ALU design. So as we know that the ALU stands for arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, and why we are calling as elementary design? Elementary means we are going to design the different kinds of operations using some combinational circuits. Okay, so ALU contains the arithmetic unit, logical unit and shift unit. So using these three kinds of units we can perform the different operations. So we will see all these units designed one by one. So let us see first the arithmetic circuit design. So arithmetic circuit means here we are going to perform only arithmetic operations. So to perform arithmetic operations we are using here 4:1 mux. Along with this we are using full adder. Okay, so we know that what is multiplexer and what is full adder. Okay, so if you don't know the multiplexer and full adder, then you can see my previous videos. Okay, so in this, by using this 4:1 multiplexer and full adder, we are going to perform these operations. Okay, so this 4:1 multiplexer should have the two select lines to transfer the input at its output, and the full adder is having two inputs of two values. Third input is carry in, and the two outputs, those are sum and carry out. Okay, so using this 4:1 mux and full adder we are going to perform these 8 operations. So let us see all the arithmetic operations one by one. So first operation is AI, that is called transfer operation. So here select lines, depending upon the select lines and carry in bit, we will perform the required operation. So if you want to transfer the A input at the output of this full adder, then we need to make S1 S0 is equal to 0 0, so that this 0 will be transferred at the output of multiplexer. So here on this line the 0 will be arrived here. Okay, then CI should be made 0, so that the full adder will perform 0 plus AI plus 0. So that means we are going to perform transfer operation at the output of full adder. So AI will be transferred at the SI. Okay, so the reason behind why I have written here CI, AI and SI, or here is also BI and here is CI plus 1. So the I indicates the bit number. Okay, so this circuit is designed for performing only one bit arithmetic operation. So this AI is what transfer operation. Then what about the second operation? So when S1 S0 is equal to 0 0 and Ci equal to 1, that time the A plus 1, that is what the increment operation. Okay, so increment operation will be performed by this circuit. So how it is performing increment operation, let us see. Now consider that the value of A is say 1001. This is value of A. Okay, and this circuit is for A0. Okay, this is our A1, this is A2 and this is A3. So we are just talking about this single bit A0. Okay, so to increment this value we need to add 1 into this value. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 means in binary 0 1. So this is what, this 1 is what, C out, and this 0 is what, S0. Okay, this A is equal to here 1. So here we can put here 1, this one at the AI place. Okay, and this one is coming from this CI. Okay, so that's why CI is equal to 1. That means we are performing A plus 1, that is increment operation. Okay, now next thing is decrement operation. Okay, so decrement operation can be performed by using or by transferring this one at the second input of full adder. Okay, so how it is performing decrement operation? So actually 0 1 should be sent on S1 and S0 line, so that this 1 will be transferred at the second input of full adder. So whatever input is available, suppose say 1001 is our value of A. Okay, and if you add 1 into each bit, okay, each bit, so here if you consider this circuit for only one bit, then suppose we are having this, we want to perform 4-bit decrement operation, then what will happen, this 1 will be added with individual bits of A. Okay, so here this 1111 will be added with this A value. So what will be the result? So 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 0 carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 0 carry 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, 3 in binary is 1 carry 1. Okay, so just ignore this carry, and what is this 4-bit value? This 4-bit value is 8, and this original value was 9. So here the decrement operation is performed. Okay, so likewise we can perform decrement operation by adding 1 into each and every bit of A value, A variable. Okay, now next operation is again here transfer operation. Okay, so again it is transferring. Now as I told you that if you add ones into each and every bit of the original value, then it will decrement the value by 1. Okay, so as I told you in number system video that this 1111, this 1111 is equivalent to -1 in decimal, -1 in decimal. So if you add here, I am talking about this example. So if you add -1, okay, then the result will be 8, that we have seen now. But if you add 1 into it, then what will happen? The result will be again 9. So this 1 will be cancelled with this -1, so result will be 9. Okay, so this same technique we are using for transferring this AI value. So this +1 is going to be added as Ci. Okay, so if you make here Ci equal to 1, along with this 01 means what? 01 means S1 equal to 0 and S0 equal to 1. So that means 1 is going to be added with the AI bit. Along with this, you are adding 1 as a Ci, input carry. Okay, so that's why this operation will become transfer operation. Okay, now the next operation is addition. So addition operation can be performed, that means when we want to perform the addition of two 8-bit values or 4-bit values. I am just considering here 4-bit values just for an example. Okay, you can consider here 8-bit value also, no problem. So if you want to perform addition of two 8-bit values or 4-bit values, then that many times you have to repeat this circuit. Okay, so this circuit is for performing only 1-bit operation, arithmetic operation. So 10 means what? 10 means S1 equal to 1 and S0 equal to 0. That means you are transferring BI bit. Okay, so this BI bit will be transferred as an input to the full adder. Okay, that is the second input to the full adder. The first input is what? AI. Okay, so AI plus BI will be added with Ci equal to 0. Okay, so here Ci is equal to 0. So we are not considering the any other external value, okay, except A and B values. So that's why this is A plus B operation, okay, for 100 code. Now the next thing is 101. So here 101 again the S1 and S0 lines are still 1 0, okay, as this combination, but here the Ci has been made 1. That means we are providing external carry, okay, that is carry in is equal to 1. So this operation will become a plus b plus 1, okay. So this is add with carry operation. So if you want to perform any arithmetic operation, suppose we are having the 4-bit values, say 1001 and say 1101, okay. So this is our value of a variable, this is value of b variable. Then it will perform addition, simply addition. 1 plus 1 0 carry 1, 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0 carry 1. So here this bit will be S0, this bit will be S1, this bit will be S2, and this bit will be S3. And what about this bit? This bit will be C4, okay, because the input carry was C0. So C0 here, this is simple addition, okay. So I'm talking about this normal a plus b operation. But whenever you want to perform a plus b plus 1, that time you have to provide the external carry. So how to perform external addition with carry? Suppose a equal to 1001, b equal to 1101, and here you are providing c in is equal to 1, okay. So now you can see here 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 3 means in binary 1 carry 1. So 1 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 is 0 carry 1. So here the result will be different. So this value was 6 and this value is now 7. So this is the difference between simple add and add with carry, okay. Now the next operation is subtract with borrow. So it is subtract with borrow. Subtract with borrow means we are, see, it is similar to add with carry, but here we are subtracting borrow in advance, okay. So let us see how it is performing a plus b bar. So actually it is subtract with borrow. So 1 1 means what? This 1 1, this S1 equal to 1 and S0 is also equal to 1. So you are transferring this fourth input of multiplexer to the output, okay. So whatever bi is applied, that will be inverted at the fourth input of multiplexer. And if you make S1 equal to 1 and S0 equal to also 1, then this value, the value available or the status available at the fourth input of multiplexer will be transferred at the output of multiplexer. So that means you are complementing this bi at the output of multiplexer, okay. So let us see. Consider you want to perform say 9 minus 5, okay, 9 minus 5. Then how will you subtract 5 from 9? First of all, you will convert these two numbers into binary. So 9 1001 and 5. So you have if you perform complement of b, that is b bar, okay. So b bar means what? We have to complement each and every bit of this 5. So 0101, this is 9 and this is 5. So complement of 5 is what? 1010. So what we do, we have adding this ai value and b complemented value using this full adder, okay. So complement of 5 is taken as 1010 and it should be added with a value. So this is our a and this is our b, okay. So this is our b bar, right. Now 9 is written as 1001 and it should be added. So what is the answer? 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 0 carry 1, okay. Now what is this magnitude? This magnitude is 3. Okay, but if you perform the decimal subtraction, then what will you get here? 9 minus 5 is 4, right? But it is giving us the 3. Why? Because it is performing subtract with borrow. Okay, so that's why this circuit is giving you a plus b bar, that is here subtract with borrow. Okay, so otherwise it would give you 4 answer. Okay, so actually it is performing 9 minus 4 minus 1, so the answer will become 3. So this minus 1 is what? The borrow. Okay, now if you want to perform the normal subtraction, then how can it be done? So again the last combination is also 1 1 and ci has been made 1. So what will happen? So 1 1 is given here at the input of at the S1 and S0 select lines. Okay, so again the complement of bi will be transferred at the output of multiplexer, and it will be added with ai along with the ci equal to 1. So what they are saying, a plus b bar plus 1. So a plus b bar is about ai plus bi complement. Okay, plus 1. So this 1 is coming from this ci. Okay, so actually the a plus b bar plus 1. So here say 9 minus 5. So what we are performing here? We are performing the 2's complement of 5. So first 2's complement of 5. Okay, that means first 1's complement of 5 plus 1 will give you the 2's complement of 5. Okay, so this is how we are performing simple subtract operation. Okay, so let us see with the help of one example. Now consider again we want to perform 9 minus 5. Then how we do it? We take the 2's complement of 5. Okay, 9 minus 5. Okay, so first we take the 1's complement of 5. So 1 1 1 1 minus 0 1 0 1. It will give you 1 0 1 0 as the 1's complement, and if you add 1 into it, then it will give you 2's complement. Okay, so this 2's complemented value should be added into 9, so that we will get the subtraction result. So 9 plus this 1 0 1 1. So 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 here is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. Okay, so here the carry is generated, that means the result is positive, and whatever magnitude is available, that magnitude is taken as it is, that is the 4. Okay, so this is our exact result of subtraction. Okay, so this is how we can perform the subtraction, normal subtraction. Now let us see the logical unit design. So in this logical unit design, we are having 4 basic operations. Those are AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation, and NOT operation. So this can be done by using simple logic gates. Okay, so this 4:1 multiplexer is having 4 inputs, 2 select lines, and 1 output. So each and every input is connected to the output of individual logic gates. So each gate will have the AI and BI inputs. Okay, AI and BI input, but the 4th input is having only AI complemented version. Okay, so only the NOT gate is used here to obtain the complement of AI. Okay, we don't use the 2 variables or 2 values for complement operation. Okay, so to transfer the AND operation, logical AND operation result of AI and BI, the S1 and S0 lines should be made 0 0, so that the first input will be transferred at the output of multiplexer. Okay, so this AI and BI are simultaneously applied to each and every logic gate, but whichever result we want to obtain, for that result we have to make this S1 and S0 lines as per our requirement. So for 0 0 combination, the multiplexer output will give you the AI bitwise and with BI. Okay, then for OR operation we have to make the S1 and S0 line should be made as 0 1, so that this output of OR gate should be transferred at the output of this multiplexer. If you want to obtain the XOR operation, then already XOR operation is ready, but if you want, then make these lines 1 0, so that this status of XOR output will be transferred at the output of multiplexer. Okay, and finally if you want to obtain the complemented version of AI value, then you should make these lines 1 1. Select lines should be equal to 1 1, so that the complemented version of AI will be obtained at the output of multiplexer. So this is very simple operation. Okay, so let us see one example for just for an example. Okay, suppose you want to perform the bitwise AND operation of say 1 0 1 0 and with 1 1 0 0. Okay, then it will perform bitwise AND operation. Okay, so 0 and 0 ANDed with 0. Okay, 1 ANDed with 0 is 0, 0 ANDed with 1 is 0, 1 ANDed with 1 is 1. So similarly you can have the OR operation also. So 1 0 1 0 OR with 1 1 0 0, then it will give you 0 1 1 1 as an output. Just for an example, suppose you want to perform XOR operation of AI and BI. Okay, so I am considering here 4-bit values, but this circuit is designed only for single bit value. Okay, so 1 0 1 0 XOR with 1 1 0 0, the result will be 0 1 1 and 0. Okay, so this is all about the logical unit design. Okay, now let us see how to design the shift operation. Okay, so this is our shift unit. Okay, so shift unit is having only two types, that is either we can shift the data towards right side or left side. Okay, and this shift operation can be achieved by using the multiplexers, 2:1 multiplexers. Okay, now let us see the different signals used in this shift unit. So the S is connected to this multiplexer also. Okay, so this is commonly given to all the 2:1 multiplexers. Then H0 and H1 are the output lines of 2:1 multiplexers. The 2:1 multiplexers are having the bits which will be inserted for right shifting and the bits which will be inserted for left shifting. So IR will be used to shift the data towards right and IL is used to shift the data towards left side. Okay, so actually these bits will be inserted for right shift and left shift. Okay, then A0 and A1, these two bits are original input data bits. Okay, so AI0 and A1 are the original input data bits. Okay, so as per our requirement, either IR will be inserted or IL will be inserted. Now let us see with the help of this truth table. So consider that if S is equal to 0 and original data is say A0 and A1. Okay, and if you want to shift this A0 and A1 data towards right side, okay, then what will happen? This IR will be if you make S equal to 0, okay, here and here, then what will happen? This IR will be transferred at the output of 2:1 multiplexer, and at the output of this second 2:1 multiplexer, the A0 will be transferred at the H1. So here IR and A0 will be your next data after shifting towards the right side. But if you want to shift the data this A0 and A1 data towards the left side, then we need to make s equal to 1. Okay, so if you make this s equal to 1, then this second input will be transferred at H0 and H1. Okay, so second input is what? A1 will be transferred here and IL will be transferred here. Okay, so likewise the data will be shifted towards left side and here A0 will be lost. Okay, so likewise you will get here A1 and IL. Okay, so this is all about the shift unit. Now the time is, if you want to combine all these arithmetic and logical operations along with shift operations, then how the circuit will look like, that we are going to see now. Okay, now here you can see how our complete ALU looks like. Okay, so this is our complete ALU design. So as we have seen, the arithmetic circuit, logic circuit and shift circuit, shift unit. Okay, so you can have all these operations. Okay, so let us see. The arithmetic operations is having the two inputs, that is AI and BI. Along with this, we have the S0 and S1 lines, as we have seen in the arithmetic circuit unit. Then we have the Cin also, that is carry in, and the full adder output is what? Fi. Okay, similarly we are having the S0 and S1 lines for logic circuit also. Okay, then A and B's inputs to perform the logical operations, and the logic circuit output is obtained as EI. Okay, and finally the AI will be either right shifted or AI will be left shifted. Okay, so this is shown by a single line. Okay, now to perform either of these operations, we have used the 4:1 multiplexer. Okay, so this 4:1 multiplexer will give either of these result. Okay, either Fi, EI or this shifting result. Okay, so to select this any of this result, we will have S2 and S3 select lines. Okay, so we have seen the truth table of arithmetic circuit. So we are having the same combinations here. Okay, so first and fourth combination is same, that is transfer operation. Okay, so consider that if you want to perform transfer operation, then what will happen? The 4:1 multiplexer will select the arithmetic circuit output, that is this output. Okay, so for this the S2 and S3 lines should be made as 0 0 for all the arithmetic operations. Okay, so for all the arithmetic operations, S3 and S2 lines have been made as 0 0 up to this one. Okay, and out of these 8 operations, which operations you are going to perform, that is selected by using this S1, S0 and Ci inputs. Okay, so for 0 0 0 the transfer operation is done, 0 0 1 increment operation is done, 0 1 0 decrement operation is done, 0 1 1 the transfer operation is done again. Okay, we have seen already it is. Then 1 0 0 actual addition of AI and BI is performed. Then 1 0 1 add with carry operation is performed here, because the carry in bit has been made 1. Okay, then 1 1 0 subtract with borrow operation is performed here, because if you compare this operation with this one, then here +1 is discarded. That means the subtract with borrow operation is performed here. Okay, then in the final arithmetic operation 1 1 1, that means AI plus BI bar plus 1, that is the actual subtraction is performed here. Okay, then the next group of operation is what? Logic circuit unit. Okay, so here we have seen the four logic operations are performed, that is basic logical operations. Those are AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation and complement operation, right? Okay, so here in this case, in this logical operation, or to obtain this output of logical operation, this multiplexer should transfer the output of logic circuit output, that is EI. Okay, so to transfer this logic circuit output at the output of this 4:1 multiplexer, the S2 and S3 lines should be made as 0 1. Okay, then and then only the logical circuit output will be transferred at the output of this multiplexer, that is GI. Okay, then finally, to transfer this right shifted data or left shifted data, either S3 S2 should be made as 1 0 for right shifting operation and 1 1 for left shifting operation of A value. Okay, so this is how we can design the ALU for different kinds of arithmetic or logical operations. Okay, so this circuit is only for single bit operation. Okay, so if you want to perform 8-bit operations or 16-bit operations, then that many times, suppose if you want to perform 8-bit operations, then this circuit should be repeated 8 times. Okay, so I hope you understood this how to design elementary ALU. Okay, so if you have any difficulty, any query, then you can write it in the comment box. Okay, if you liked this video, then please click on like button and share with your friends also. Okay, and if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe to the channel. Okay, thank you.